latest updates, subscribe to News 9.
Hello, you're watching News 9 with me, Amrutha. Now, there is one topic which has gained the limelight other than COVID-19, and it is the super cyclone Amphan, which is spelled at AMPHN and pronounced as Amphan, which will be making a landfall tomorrow in the afternoon at around 2 p.m. in the eastern coastlines of India. According to the IMD, the worst hit areas is going to be in West Bengal, East Medinipur district. Other than that, Odisha, Sikkim, Assam and Meghalaya will also be impacted. Now, why is this super cyclone so much in discussion right now? Is because of the wind speed and the very much categorization of the Amphan being into super cyclone. Because of the cyclone having a wind speed of more than 240 kilometers per hour, the second of its kind in almost a decade to hit India since 1999, is why this cyclone is so much under discussion and why the state governments and the central government is scurrying to bring up all the evacuation process and set up relief measures for this Amphan cyclone, which will be striking India tomorrow. Now, this also comes amidst the COVID-19 pandemic, only complicating the evacuation process. One of the main concerns about the evacuation process during COVID-19 pandemic is shifting of all of these people affected by the cyclone to shelter homes, where the shelter homes themselves might become a COVID-19 hotspot because a large gathering of people and some of them probably not screened for the virus itself. So from West Bengal and Odisha put together, there will be more than 1.1 million or more than 10 lakh people who will be part of this evacuation process, especially those living in the low-lying regions. The NDRF asks people to keep all of the important documents and valuables at a higher place so that they can be used later on for relief measures, and all of these valuables are not lost during the storm when it will strike. It also advises people to largely remain indoors and keep all of the doors and windows closed. Other than that, it also advises people to keep a safety kit including documents ready for further relief measures, and when the government asks them to show it, for probably compensation for the destruction caused by the storm. And it also advises people to regularly update themselves with what the latest information is about the Amphan from all the government authorities through a battery operated radio which will be working. The IMD also says that the destructive nature might also mean that the trees, the electric poles, the telephone poles might be uprooted, and it also advises people not to roam around too much and also keep an eye out for any flying object during this period of time which might come and hit you quite literally. Now, this particular super cyclonic storm called Amphan is only in so much discussion because of its destructive nature. It is moving at a speed of 15 km per hour, and when it hits West Bengal, the wind speed is anticipated anywhere from 155 to 165 km per hour, and in Odisha it is expected to be 120 to 125 km per hour. Now, while the destruction the cyclone brings with itself with regards to human casualties can be minimized through this evacuation process, but the destruction it brings for the property and crop loss and other things evaluated, the impacts will be felt for longer periods than that. Now, other than that, what the IMD says are going to be the worst affected parts due to this cyclonic storms in Odisha are Jagatsinghpur, Kendrapara, Bhadrak, Jajpur, Balasore, Cuttack, Mayurbhanj, Khordha and Puri districts. Now, in West Bengal, the worst affected are going to be the East Medinipur district, which is overall going to be battered by this cyclonic storm. And then there will be South and North 24 Parganas, Howrah, Hooghly and even Kolkata, along with the adjoining areas of these particular districts. Now, Sikkim, Assam, Meghalaya are going to be affected as well, but there will be only rainfall as such. The MET department also says that super cyclone Amphan can lose its intensity by the time it hits the West Bengal coast by turning into a very severe cyclonic storm. Already around 37 NDRF teams have been deployed in Odisha and West Bengal to carry out the relief operations and rescue operations as well. Right here in Karnataka as well, 15 districts have been sounded yellow alert. Other than that, the mercury levels surprisingly in Andhra Pradesh are expected to rise by 2 degrees Celsius instead of cooling down because of all of the moisture that is being sucked out of the atmosphere due to this cyclonic storm. What happened in 1999 was also part of the problem with the miscalculation of the impact of the cyclonic storm back then. But right now it seems like the center and the state governments are more prepared to handle this crisis which is looming on the shores itself. But the only challenge presented right now is by the COVID-19 pandemic. Now these particular storms are quite seasonal around this time, and we all know that Odisha is known as the disaster capital of India itself. Other than that, we've also seen how Odisha handled its earlier cyclone Fani as well, with only as much as 90 human casualties. But yes, the economic distress is going to only add to the burden of the crisis which COVID-19 also presents right now. In the meantime, you can let us know in the comments down below what you think of the super cyclone Amphan, which will be making a landfall, and what you think the government should do with regards to evacuating the people affected by the cyclone and the challenges faced by the posed by the COVID-19 pandemic as well. Also like, share and subscribe to News 9 Digital for more such content.